Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we're looking at something that is now very, very old, very collectible, and becoming harder and harder to find, especially in this fantastic, unbroken condition. We are looking at the 1960s release by Louis Marx Toys from their series of TV tie-in Bagatelle games. And this particular one is based on the popular children's television series of the time, Camberwick Green. Now, Camberwick Green was a children's television series. It was the first in the Trumpton trilogy. So you had Camberwick Green, then you had Trumpton, and then you had Chigley. And they're all based around the same village of Camberwick Green, and they dealt each week with crises that went on in the village. It was all stop motion technology, so models that were moved step by step, and then obviously all filmed as they went and then joined up at the end. Camberwick Green, this particular one, there was only one series ever produced, and it was 13 episodes, each about 15 minutes long. It aired originally from the 3rd of January to the 28th of March 1966, but was repeated umpteen times right up until 1985, when the series was left BBC and went over to Channel 5, and has been shown on Channel 5 for I don't know, 2 or 3 reruns I think he's had on Channel 5. So sorry, not Channel 5, Channel 4. So I know 1985 it was run. I think it was again, sorry, in 1994 it was run. I think it was again in 2000. I don't know if it's been run again after that, but there we are. Anyway, this is the Bagatelle game in front of us. And like all of the Bagatelles at the time, or most of the Bagatelles at the time, they're all made by Louis Marx Toys, and they're all based on the same kind of thing. Balls in the firing ring. Let's just put those to one side so that they're ready to go. You've got a firing mechanism. Let me just scroll down a little bit. So you've got the firing mechanism at the bottom there, which pulls back. You've got a little handle at the bottom that pulls back, and you fire the ball. Now at the top here, I'm just going to zoom into the top there so you can see this game quite clearly. You can see you've got the spinner there. Now as the ball goes up, it's going to spin around, and you've got to be mind where it stops on. So you've got the characters. You've got Dr. Mop, you've got Captain Smart, you've got Roger Varley, you've got Jonathan Ball, you've got PC McCreary, Windy Miller, and I can't quite see that one. Who is that one? Mickey Murphy. So those are the characters, those were the main characters in Camberwick Green. Now you've also got there it says no score. So if you land on, if the arrow goes on to no score, you score nothing on your turn. Now as you can see, you've got all these scoring areas. So if your ball lands in here, you score 2, 3 on there, 4 in there, 5 in there, 6 on there, 5 and 6 are there, and down the bottom you've got 4 and 6, and at the very bottom 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. It's got from the BBC TV series there, and just up here you've got the Louis Marx logo. Just zoom in on that. It's got made in Great Britain, and Marx Toys registered trademark, and the British patent for this particular game is 127125557. So there we are. That is the Bagatelle game. Now incidentally, all of these games originally when they came, they would have had pegs that slot into the holes at the back. There's 2 holes either side, and you would have pegs that slot in there that hold the game up. But those pegs are used to, in fact, in most of the Bagatelles we see these days from that time period, they've long since disappeared or gone or broken or what have you. So you normally have to just find something to wrestle, or even little dowels that you would get in some of the old furniture. You could pop those into the holes and use them to hold the game up. I quite like to have it on a little bit of a higher incline, because it means that we can see the game better and play the game better, I think. So that's why I have it on a slightly higher incline. Okay, let's have a go. Let's pull the trigger back and fire the first ball. And what have we got? We scored 5, but I've got no score on there, so I've got no score on that ball. So that ball does not count. And I've got 6 on there, and I've got no score on that one as well. Not doing very well here. And my balls come back to me then, so let's try that one again. So I have got no score again. Doing very well here, aren't I? That's better. I've got a 6, and I've got Mickey Murphy. And the final green ball, I've got another 6, and that is gone on to, who is that? Wendy Miller. So, because I've got no score on the first 3 balls, I've only managed to score 12. So, not very good. Let's have another go. It's quite easy just to fill the balls back, and then you're back to your galley. You have the 4 balls down the side and the 1 ball loaded, ready to fire. So, let's put it back. And I'm on Wendy Miller, and I've got 5 points, which is good. Now, the green ball. I've got 2 points on that. I'm still on Wendy Miller, which is also good. So that does count. And I've got 3 points there on PC McGreary. And I've got 4 points there, again on PC McGreary. And I've got no score on that one, because I've gone to no score. So this time I've got 3, 4, 5, 9, 14. Score of 14. Well, and I've got 4 ball scoring this time. Last time I only had 2 ball scoring. Okay, one more go, and then we're gonna move on. So we're gonna start off with a black ball this time, and the spinner is already on no score. So, and it stayed that way on no score. So we need to do a bit better than that. And we're on no score again. There we go. PC plod, and we got a 6. PC McGreary, I should say, and we got another 6. And we got another 6. That's good. 18 we scored in 3 balls. All scored with PC McGreary. So pretty good scores. 18 on that side. So that's pretty much how the game works. I'll just turn it over to show you a bit more on the back. It is a tin plate on the back, which has discoloured somewhat over the years after being, what is it? It's getting on for, well, it's over 60, probably 60, I don't know, 60, we're getting close to 60 years old for sure. So it has discoloured somewhat. But other than that, the game is in absolutely fantastic condition. No damage to it whatsoever. I'll say other than missing the pins, and it's all functioning, all beautifully, all bright and clean. No damage to or scratching to the cover. It's all very, very good. So a really nice game. Let's fire the balls one more time, and let's see how we get on this final time. So 3 there, 6 there, and that's on whoever. That was good. And that's a 4. PC again is another 4, and I've got no score on the bottom one there. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17 that time. Not quite as good as the previous time. Anyway, that is the game. So how well did these games do back in the day? Well, I've got to say, Bagatelles back in the day were very, very popular games, and especially the ones that were TV related. Now, obviously, you know, in the 1960s, 70s, 80s to some extent, there was no such thing as video recorders or DVD players or streaming services or Sky television, satellite television. None of that existed. The technology was not there. So we only had a terrestrial TV. We had 3 channels, BBC One, BBC Two and ITV. And once a program had been on, if you missed it, well, you missed it. You had to either wait for a rerun for it to come back on again, or you never got to see it. So in order for us to enjoy the TV programs that we loved when we wasn't watching them, when they weren't being aired, things like this, we had the games, we had annuals, we had books, we had colouring books, we had all sorts of things that would relate to our favourite TV series. And Marx saw an opportunity for the Bagatelles, and they produced many different Bagatelles based on popular television series of the time. And obviously Camberwick Green, it was for the young, for the quite young. I would say really from 3 to about 10 was really where Camberwick Green was geared for. So it's for quite a young audience, and I think these games were also geared for a fairly young audience because of the way they are. But again, like I say, it kept your favourite program in the public eye. And it was great for the TV producers because it kept their TV series going. They earned money from the marketing of the merchandise, so it was all good all way round. So I don't know the numbers of how many of these were produced, but knowing Marx Toys at the time, they produced them in quite a large scale quantities, as they do with most things. So I'd imagine that there was quite a large quantities of these ones produced, even though Camberwick Green only was produced for 13 episodes. Okay, let's move forward 60 years to 2025, which is where we are today. Do these come up very often on the platforms? Well, you do see them pop up from time to time. I did find 2 when I was looking on the platforms. None of them are boxed. I don't think we're ever going to find one of these in a box because, you know, it's the boxes would have been thrown away when they were taken out of the box from new. So, but the ones I did see online did have damage to them. One of them had a broken handle at the end of the firing mechanism. The other one I saw had also had the end broken off, but had a tab put on there so you could use it. Both of them had cracks in the screens. And in fact, in one of them I saw only had 4 balls. It was missing a ball. So it's probably when this had broken off before it was gone for a repair. But anyway, finding them in this condition on the platforms is very difficult. They don't come up very often, and when they do, they've usually got faults like the 2 that I saw. Yeah, the other thing, if you're going to buy on a platform, be very careful and be very vigilant about what you're buying, unless you're buying brand new. If you're buying brand new, you haven't got a problem. If you're buying used, then be very careful, because things like these are not available. They're not going to be available new. So if you go onto one of the platforms and you see the page and it tells you it's all the details of it, it gives you an image of the item brand new, and you click on buy it now. If there's no new available, they go straight over to used, and it will be the cheapest one on the used section that you actually get. So be careful, click the used icon if it's there, and read what you're about to order. Otherwise you could be very disappointed when it arrives. Or alternatively, we at Midas Touch, we don't believe in stock photographs and stock descriptions. What you see on our website is exactly the items that you will receive. And this item is no exception to that. And this particular one, unfortunately though, we only have one of this particular Bagatelle game. But as of today, it is available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Marx games and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Comes to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend. Or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories. Well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful, wonderful vintage 1960s Marx Gordon Murray's Camberwick Green Bagatelle game with me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next video. So bye for now.